Welcome back to Manosphere Daily, the home of real talk and unapologetic truth. Today's topic is one that's becoming all too common. Divorced single mom is surprised that men have standards in dating. That's right, somehow, it's shocking to a few out there that men aren't just signing up to be stepdads on demand or handing out commitment without asking questions. But we're here to break it all down. Before we get into it, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a drop of daily wisdom. And hey, don't keep the truth to yourself, share this video with your friends and let's keep the conversation growing.
This is why you don't date single mothers seriously. You real talk, he probably doesn't give a fuck about you anymore. It's probably the kid that he cares about. That's probably the big reason why he wants to keep seeing you. Like, he's like, man, I don't care. I want to see the kid.
I let them know off rip, I got kids. You can either deal with it or not. You can either come through the door or lock it on your way back out.
Okay, and my answer to that is most guys are not going to. That's the man you described
to your opinion, a lot of women won't.
It's not. I need you to be objective here. What I'm telling you is the man that you described is extremely rare. If you can go ahead and get a younger woman that doesn't have children and doesn't have these things kind of that would potentially weigh him down and hurt his ability to earn money and or save money, he's probably going to go with that. And then also, interestingly enough, when we asked you about the Instagram, you said that you and your partner are 50-50. Well, the reality is you didn't describe a man that's 50-50. You described a man that's superior to you in almost every which way.
Money doesn't mean anything in social media.
But you were saying that you guys are equal and he should be doing the same thing that you do. And my argument is that how can you expect that when he's the leader in the relationship? You described the guy who's
First of all, nobody's going to be a leader. It's a 50-50 relationship.
Oh, so you expect this man to make this money, be tall, both of you be alphas, be in a relationship with you, and you guys are both going to just rule together?
It's always funny when a divorced single mom with a my way or the highway attitude suddenly finds herself wondering why dating feels harder than it used to.
At 25, what's dating like?
Unfortunately, don't do it. It's scary out there.
Why do you say that?
I have a kid, so my last relationship obviously hasn't been great, but I don't know.
Do you think having a kid has hurt your chances of finding a partner?
Absolutely, absolutely. Last person that he told me he wanted a relationship, but like a few months in, he was like, just kidding, like I'm not mature enough to be with a woman that has a kid.
And how old was he?
26.
Do you feel like he was mature enough?
I don't know, but I wasn't asking him to like raise my child.
Well,
I just want him to date me, not my child.
What were your expectations in the long term?
Obviously, eventually you'd meet my daughter, but again, she has a dad.
No kids. Her
non-negotiable.
Her first has to be my first. That's non-negotiable.
Well, let's say you go out with someone and she doesn't disclose it, right? You mean
it'll be disclosed before I even go out. I'm gonna be on that IG like looking. If it says raising a king in the bio, nope.
Eventually down the line, there's going to be an expectation. If you're in a relationship with a single mother, the single mother is going to expect the guy to provide, not just for you, but for the kid. And so that adds like sort of a double duty to provide for a child that's not yours. The issue with that though is there's all the responsibility, but none of the corresponding authority. So she might expect you to provide, but she might not allow you as the guy to have any authority over the child. To me, if you're going to be responsible providing for a child and you're going to step in as a stepfather, you aren't given authority over the kid. Like most single moms are not going to like allow you to discipline their kid, but they will expect you to provide for their kid. So it's all the responsibility with none of the authority. And actually there are some single mothers who have an expectation that the guy start providing instantly. For example, you hear these stories of women wanting men to pay for the babysitter like on the first date.
She's got a couple of kids, a list of demands longer than a grocery receipt, and still expects Prince Charming to come running without asking a single question.
Alright, y'all. So here's the deal. I'm about to share the uncomfortable truth about dating a single mom. Now, I've seen it all over the internet, and I decided as a single mother, let me just be honest. Let's get into it, family. I'm telling on myself, but it's all good. Number one, you will have less availability. Can't be too flexible with the scheduling. It is what it is. Number two, there will be more expectation. When a child is involved, you are dating intentionally, you're going to be looking for more because it's not just about you. It's about your babies too. Number 3, this goes along with the last one, more picky or pickier. Not sure which one is grammatically correct. Number 4, more intentional. There will be less games being played. Can't speak in extreme, but I would assume most women that have children are going to be way more intentional. Number 5, the potential of more responsibility. If it goes well, you'll be a stepdad. So it does come with more. Number 6, the potential of more baggage. Number 7, may be way more mature to the increase of responsibility of caring for a child.
When you're a guy and you make money, you want to put and invest your money in your offspring, not in other people's offspring. Yeah, that's just the natural way of the world. That's how things go. Men typically want to take care of their own children. Now,
what if she's a millionaire and she helps and builds an empire with that man?
Okay, well, even better. If you're a millionaire, you're going to probably want a guy that's a millionaire too, right?
Exactly, but who said anything about a broke guy?
Yeah, but okay, good. So what do millionaires have that are men?
But my thing is, like...
Hold on, answer the question. What do men have that are millionaires? Options, which means they can date girls that aren't millionaires and be happy. You, on the other hand, can't date a broke guy and be happy. So they can get a girl that's 21, that isn't a millionaire, that doesn't have children, that can give him a family, and he won't have to take on someone else's kids.
And a lot of people write to me on here or in the comments or even in the wild, and they will say that women, especially of my age, are still single because we have unreasonably high standards.
You're goddamn right.
And I don't think it's unreasonable, but I do think and know that our standards are quite high because we've been through enough to know what we want and what we don't want. However, speaking for myself and probably a lot of other people out there, maybe men and women, I'm done trying. I don't want to try anymore.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Sweetie, the world doesn't owe you anything, so enjoy being single, I guess.
It hasn't worked out for me in the past, and whenever I have tried to salvage a relationship, I have shapeshifted to try to meet some sort of standard or be good enough, not only for that person, but like for their family too.
She's shocked that men have standards now, like somehow wanting peace, youth, cooperation, and no emotional baggage is offensive.
And, you know, especially my last relationship, I kept trying to be a different person all the time. Just, you know, every time I felt something was off or I would feel scrutinized or whatever, I would try to change that part of me to meet who they wanted me to be. And it never worked because it wasn't authentic, I think, and it didn't come natural. But who I was didn't fit either. And one day I just woke up and I was like, if I can't just be me, then maybe we're just people that don't belong together.
It's not that men hate single moms, they just don't want to play dad to kids that aren't theirs while being told you should be lucky I gave you a chance.
And that's okay. But I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to make the effort every time, which I used to. I used to make the effort every time. You know, I would spend majority of the time with, you know, these people and their families, or even like dating. Like I would always be the person to go to that person and to like do the things, make the plans, anything fun like I would put together. And I'm not just talking about my past relationship. I'm talking about all of them. Like 90% of the time I put in the work. I tried to make it right. When there was an argument, I came with solutions and a white flag, and it still didn't work. So now I'm just not trying anymore. So if you come to me and, you know, we're dating or whatever, and there's some bumps in the road, that's okay. But I'm not dealing with someone being mean or their drama or anything like that. I'm just not. Because All I need and deserve in my life, and you too, is peace. Because I don't need to be rescued. I need to feel safe, and I need to lay down and feel that this person isn't going to add more stress to my life. They will actually help lift it. And that's what you need to be looking for too, if you were in this situation. If you were someone that's like, women are too picky and we expect too much. No, we don't.
Bullshit.
We just were accepting the bare minimum for so long, and we put in so much effort for so long that now we're just like, and you know what? I did this with my jobs too. And I tried so hard with my last jobs or my last industry. And what happened? The company was going down and I got laid off. And now I'm living in this place where I've started a whole life with my child, and she has friends and everything. And there's no industry here. It's a beach town. And I have to keep living a life here. And I can't, because there's no jobs and no housing. I don't have a house in 3 weeks. I will find one. It's fine. But it is wild to me that I'm living somewhere that is harder to live than New York City. And I got there by trying too hard.
Nope, you got here because you make bad decisions.
So what's happened now is
Asterisk. Newsflash, men don't owe you a relationship just because you're ready now. The market doesn't adjust to your timeline. Men have standards now, and the shock on these women's faces when they realize it. Priceless.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.